Gemma, let's move on to this headline. This is in the Telegraph today. Prisoners may be free, and I think people might balk at this one, after serving just 40% of their prison sentences. 40%.
OK, I think this is really fascinating. One of the biggest crises that the Labour government have inherited from the Tories is this crisis. It wasn't that long ago. I Googled the prison estate, and by the way, there's a backlog in the courts of criminals awaiting trial, many of whom would end up with a prison sentence, and many of whom are, termed dangerous criminals, rapists, and so on. And there were 260 prison places in the whole of Britain. I think that's gone up a bit at the moment. There's a few hundred. So Rishi Sunak was informed before the election, you've got to do something. And he just put it off because Conservatives want to hear tough on crime. Now, I want every violent, dangerous criminal to get longer, tougher sentences. I want people who are just languishing in there and perhaps would be better off being rehabilitated in the community, which it has been proven can work if you look at other countries. And this is why the appointment of Timpson is genius.
OK, so this is Timpson of the key and
yes, he's got the key cutting.
And he's got skin in the game here because he employs lots and lots of ex-offenders.
That's right.
So he knows what he's doing, and he puts his money, his actual money, and his business where his mouth is. And,
that's right.
And Keir Starmer's appointed him prisons minister, which you may think, Christo, is a inspired choice.
I do think that it is actually a really, really good and smart choice. Credit where it's due. I mean, it's amazing that, they'll nanny you into not buying cigarettes, but hey, commit a violent crime, you're out within 40% of your sentence.
I don't think it's violent
criminals. No, they're not going to let
I mean, I'm being deliberately facetious.
Yeah,
okay,
that's important because they're not going to do that.
I think that I debated this last week on this programme, Storm's programme, about the fact that they were at one point talking about the prospect of people serving their sentences at home. This is better than that. This is better than no prison. I think if you've been to prison and you've shown that you have good behaviour, there is an incentive then that you should be potentially released. And you're right, Labour have been handed an absolute mess when it comes to the prison sentence. They think they think that this potential could give them 18 months to actually build prisons.
Let's take a minute now to just deal with real respect for this story.